The Crow had soon assembled their warriors, and battle lines were drawn between the Crow and the Shoshone and their Bannock allies. As was the custom in plains warfare, both sides spent considerable time sizing up their opponents and attempting various acts of intimidation. For their part, the Shoshone had been hesitant to attack, as the Crow force had been larger than even their combined forces of themselves and the Bannock. But soon, a sizable number of Bannock warriors appeared, having been alerted by a few of their tribesmen who had gone back to their camp to request reinforcements. Now, believing his force to be comparable to the Crow, the Shoshone chief, an experienced warrior named Washakie, had begun to consider an all-out attack on the Crow and their camp. However, as the afternoon dragged into the evening, both sides eventually retired to their respective camps, as nighttime combat was all but impossible on the abysmal frontier. But the next morning, the battle lines were drawn again, and again both groups spent considerable time in attempts to intimidate and insult each other. A Crow war chief named Big Shadow, or Big Robber, had ridden out into the no-man's land between the two lines and called out to Washakie, calling him a squaw and an old woman who was too afraid to fight. Now adequately infuriated, Chief Washakie had raised his hand in order to give the signal for his warriors to charge. But before the order can be given, a Crow arrow sails in from seemingly nowhere and pierces the chief's hand. Though the chief's signal had been compromised, his message to his warriors was clear: attack. What followed had been a sickeningly violent affair, with warriors on both sides falling to bullets, arrows, and war clubs. In the time-honored tradition of plains warfare, no quarter was given on either side to any fighting-aged male,